Subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get all notification.
Hello students, let's start with the next topic, which is cyanobacteria. As you know, we are discussing kingdom Monera, and in the previous video we discussed about the archaebacteria, and now we will take an example of another type of bacteria, which is a eubacteria, and in the eubacteria we also include cyanobacteria. These cyanobacteria are also known as blue-green algae. So another name for these cyanobacteria is blue-green algae. This is the another name for these bacteria, blue-green algae or BGA. These blue-green algae or BGA, these are the bacteria which are the photosynthetic bacteria. They do oxygenic photosynthesis where the oxygen is removed or released as a byproduct of the photosynthesis process. In the previous video, when we discussed the archaebacteria, we showed that we have learned that archaebacteria are the anoxygenic bacteria which are the anaerobic and they do anoxygenic photosynthesis. But these are the they do oxygenic photosynthesis where oxygen is released. So we can say that these are the bacteria which converted the earth as from its reduced form to the aerobic form. When the archaebacteria are onto the earth, there was no oxygen present on the earth. But when cyanobacteria start living and they evolved, they converted the reduced atmosphere of the earth into the aerobic atmosphere या oxygenic atmosphere. So ऑक्सीजन की जो प्रेजेंस हुई है अर्थ के ऊपर, दिस इज ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ दिस टाइप ऑफ बैक्टीरिया और ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गीज और साइनोबैक्टीरिया की वजह से हुई है. सो दीज बैक्टीरिया आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. These bacteria are also known as oxygenic bacteria because they release oxygen during their photosynthesis process. When we are saying that they are the photosynthetic bacteria, means they are autotrophic bacteria. They can do photosynthesis, and for this process they have pigments. Only pigment की presence की वजह से they have a particular color. That's why we are calling them blue green algae. So let's see, these are the oxygenic bacteria. If we talk about the habitat of these bacteria, these bacteria can be present into the freshwater. Mainly they are found in freshwater or they can be found in marine water. And some example is of these bacteria that they can be found in the symbiotic association also. So they show symbiosis also. Symbiotic association is also found in these bacteria. And this symbiotic association is very important because they can be show symbiotic association with lower plants and with some higher plants and with some animals or some other organisms also. So if we take the look onto this, they can be found symbiotic association with lower plants. Like in the case of lower plants, we can take the example of pteridophytes. Pteridophytes, where they show symbiotic association with Azolla. Like this is the symbiotic association of Azolla and Anapaena. In the case of higher plants, they can show symbiosis with higher plants also. In the higher plants, we can include the gymnosperms. Gymnosperm के साथ भी symbiotic association show करते हैं. Where we can show the example of this is Cycas and Anapaena. These are show symbiotic association, and they can found symbiotic association with fungi also. And this symbiotic association where cyanobacteria or blue-green algae are found with fungi, it is known as lichen. So lichen is the symbiotic association of blue-green algae with fungi. So these are some example of their symbiotic association where the cyanobacteria is present with some another plants or animals. Now let's start with the discussion on their structural organization, how the structure of these bacteria are. If we talk about the structural organization, about the structure of these bacteria are prokaryotic single cellular organism. They are prokaryotic. As we are discussing about the kingdom Monera, so we know that in the kingdom Monera all the organisms are prokaryotic. So these are prokaryotic single cell or unicellular organism. These are prokaryotic unicellular organism. These bacteria are somewhat different in some ways. They are very much different from the normal or true bacteria. अगर हम इन्हें यू बैक्टीरिया के साथ कंपैरिजन करते हैं तो यहाँ पे हमें कुछ डिफरेंसेस नजर आते हैं. Like if we talk about the cell wall, they have cell wall like another bacteria, like true bacteria, they have cell wall. Cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan here, but the difference is that here in these cyanobacteria, cell wall is multi-layered structure. It's a multi-layered structure. यहाँ पे cell wall जो होगी वो कई layers में बनी होती है. Normally we know that it's a 4-layered structure. So cell wall is made up of 4 layers. This is the difference from between the cyanobacteria and the eubacteria. One more difference which we can find here is the presence of flagella. In the case of true bacteria, we can see that flagella is found, but in the case of cyanobacteria, flagella is not found in any life form. इनकी life में किसी भी stage पे flagella present नहीं होती. These are the some differences. Another difference that is present between these bacteria and cyanobacteria and eubacteria is they have pigments. They are phototrophic bacteria and they can do the photosynthesis. So they have pigments. Let's draw the structure of these bacteria so that we can understand it very clearly. Diagram बना के हम इसको explain करने की कोशिश करते हैं. In the case of these bacteria, the structure is somewhat like this. This is the cell wall. This is the cell wall of the cyanobacteria. Cell wall is a multi-layered structure, which is the difference from the eubacteria. Inside the cell wall, they have true or cell membrane. अंदर की तरफ में present होगी. They have cell membrane. Cell membrane is just similar. There is no difference. But outside the cell wall, they have a sheet. A mucilaginous sheet is present in these bacteria. The cell wall के बाहर एक sheet present रहती है, and this is made up of mucilage. एक mucilage की sheet यहाँ पे present रहेगी. Gelatinous sheet or mucilage sheet we can say it's present outside this cell wall. So this is the sheet. This is present outside the cell wall. Now they are the photosynthetic bacteria, so they have these pigments, and these pigments are found into the structure which is known as thylakoids. So they have thylakoids in it. यहाँ पे thylakoids present रहेंगे, और इन thylakoids में these thylakoids are the membranous structure, as they are the prokaryotic bacteria, and prokaryotic structures do not have membrane bound organelles. So these bacteria also lack all membrane bound organelles like mitochondria, ER, Golgi body, etc. But thylakoids are found, which is the membranous structure. Thylakoids are present in these bacteria, and in the membrane of these thylakoids, the pigments are found. In thylakoids में pigments present रहते हैं in thylakoids की membrane पे. So we can say that thylakoids are present here. These are the thylakoids, and in these thylakoids, the pigments are found. Pigments present रहते हैं. And due to the presence of these pigments, these thylakoids are arranged at the peripheral part of the cytoplasm. This is the cytoplasm inside the cell wall. All this part is the cytoplasm. But these thylakoids, which are pigmented pigmented, यहाँ पे pigments present रहेंगे. एक बार हम pigment की और बात करते हैं. The pigment which are found in these bacteria is the chlorophyll A. These are the photosynthetic pigment which is found in BGA. Chlorophyll A. Chlorophyll B is not found. It's totally absent into these BGA. Chlorophyll A found. Second, that is carotenoid. Carotenoids are found as the photosynthetic pigments, and they have phycobilenes also. Phycobilenes. So this is the main pigment, and these are some accessory pigments which help into the photosynthesis process for these bacteria, and they are found onto the thylakoids membrane. Thylakoid की structure पे present रहेंगे. These thylakoids which are present into the cytoplasm, they divide the cytoplasm into the two parts. Due to the presence of these thylakoids, the cytoplasm is divided into the two forms. The cytoplasm which is present at the periphery, so we can say that cytoplasm in these bacteria, the cytoplasm can be divided into the two parts. The first, that is the peripheral cytoplasm. The peripheral cytoplasm, that part, that outer part of the cytoplasm that is present at the periphery of the cell, it is known as peripheral cytoplasm. This peripheral cytoplasm, due to the presence of these pigments, it is the colorful part. So it is colorful cytoplasm. And this colorful cytoplasm is known as chromoplasm. It is known as chromoplasm. And the middle cytoplasm, the internal part of the cytoplasm जो अंदर की तरफ और central part है cytoplasm का, this is the central, and this central cytoplasm has no color. It's a colorless. It's a colorless cytoplasm. So color is not present into the central part of the cytoplasm. It's colorless cytoplasm, and this colorless cytoplasm is known as centrosome. It is known as centroplasm. Sorry, it is known as centroplasm. Outer is chromoplasm due to the presence of color, and in central cytoplasm is known as centroplasm due, and it has no color. It is colorless. This centroplasm has another cell organelles, like it has nucleoid, membranous circular nucleoid structure is present. So it has nucleoid, or we can say that DNA, the genetic material of the cell is present in this cytoplasm, centroplasm. Besides nucleus, they have ribosomes. Ribosomes are present there. The ribosomes which are found in these bacteria are of 70S type ribosome, because all prokaryotic cells have ribosomes 70S type. So they have also 70S type ribosomes. Besides these structure, they have one more difference is there, that in actual the sap vacuoles are not found in these type of bacteria. Sap vacuoles यहाँ पे present नहीं होती. Besides sap vacuoles, these bacteria has some gas vacuoles. तो यहाँ पे gas vacuoles present रहेंगी. So we can draw the structure of these type of vacuoles also. They have gas vacuoles. These are gas vacuoles which provide buoyancy to these bacteria. So this is about the structure of these bacteria. Inside this cell membrane, with the cell membrane, some membranous fold is also attached with these membranes. Membranes के साथ इस तरीके से कुछ membranous infolds भी formed होते हैं, and these membranous infold which are formed with this cell membrane, or they remain attached with the cell membrane, it is known as lamellosomes. Lamellosomes. So we can say that lamellosomes are also found in these bacteria. So this is the structure of the cyanobacteria cell wall, which is a multi-layer structure. Outside the cell wall, gelatinous sheet is found. Inside the cell wall is found, and due to the presence of pigments, the cytoplasm is divided into the two parts. The peripheral cytoplasm, which is colorful, it's known as chromoplasm. This is outer part of cytoplasm is chromoplasm. Central part of the cytoplasm, which is colorless, is known as centroplasm. It's known as centroplasm. In this centroplasm, the nucleoid, ribosomes, vacuoles, etc., all the required material of the cell is present inside this centroplasm. These bacteria also help into the nitrogen fixation. They help into the nitrogen fixation. As we know that for the nitrogen fixation, the enzyme which is required is the nitrogenase enzyme. Nitrogenase enzyme is required for the nitrogen fixation, and this enzyme work into the anaerobic condition. So this enzyme only works when the oxygen is not available. As these bacteria are the photosynthetic bacteria, and they are oxygenic, they do oxygenic photosynthesis, means they release oxygen, but when oxygen is available, then how this enzyme can work? But there has some structure, they have some special cell which provide them anaerobic condition where they can easily do the nitrogen fixation. So let's see that how they do nitrogen fixation. For the nitrogen fixation, here we are taking the example of Nostoc, which is a nitrogen fixing bacteria. Nostoc has a filamentous structure. It has some filament-like structure, and in these filamentous structure, some cells has a thick walls. They have thick walled structure. They make a very thick wall around these cells, and these cells which have thick wall structure, they are known as heterocyst. They are known as heterocyst. So these thick wall structures which have very hard, their thick wall, these walls are impermeable for the oxygen and permeable for the nitrogen. So oxygen cannot come inside these cells where they can do the nitrogen fixation. So these cells are involved into the nitrogen fixation. This is example of Nostoc. Some another bacteria like Oscillatoria is again a filamentous bacteria, but in this Oscillatoria, the these heterocysts are not found. So this is the special cells which are formed into the BGA or blue-green algae. With the help of these cells, they can do nitrogen fixation. So this is again a very important structure. And heterocysts provide anaerobic environment for the nitrogenous enzyme, which is very important enzyme which helps into the nitrogen fixation. So this is about the cyanobacteria, and we know that cyanobacteria are the first bacteria which converted the reduced atmosphere of the earth into the aerobic atmosphere. So cyanobacteria, and these cyanobacteria have a pigment, and due to the presence of pigment, these cyanobacteria show specific color. Due to the presence of these pigment also, these cyanobacteria makes the sea color red, and that's why where they have found in very abundance, the sea, red color sea is found, and the name of the sea is known as Red Sea. So we can say that Red Sea is known as a Red Sea due to the presence of these cyanobacteria, and the bacteria which is found or which is responsible for making the sea red is the Trichodesmium. We can write the name of this bacteria here, which is responsible for making the sea red. It's a Trichodesmium erythrium. This is the name of the cyanobacteria which makes the sea color red, and the sea is known as Red Sea. So this is about the cyanobacteria.